I want to talk about digitizing transport. How digitization could effectively integration of bus, rail transport and three-wheelers, so-called tuk-tuk and taxi. Today I will talk about this digitizing the transport under 5 main areas. Enhancing urban connectivity and reliability using bus transport. Modernizing high capacity and sustainable transportation using a rail system. And third, optimizing first and last mile connectivity and on-demand mobility services using paratransit, that's popularly called tuk-tuk. And fourth one, unified mobility ecosystem using multimodal transport system. At last, the final and the fifth one is seamless payment system across different modes of transport using cashless card payment system. In Sri Lanka, we don't lack transport options. We have buses, we have train, we have tuk-tuks, and etc. We, Sri Lanka, do have a highly dense public transport network in the Asian region. So we are not behind the transport option. Yet, the system feels disconnected, unpredictable, and inefficient. So the real question is, how do we connect everything into one seamless system? That is where digital transformation comes in. Digitizing transport is not just about technology. It is about making travel predictable, making connections smooth, making the entire journey simple through integrating the following: physical integration, administrational integration, information integration, payment integration, etc. And most importantly, turning separate modes into one integrated mobility system is very important. Let's go briefly into those 5 areas what I have mentioned. The first one is enhancing urban connectivity and reliability, particularly in bus transport system. The biggest problem passenger faces is the uncertainty. When will the bus arrive? Will the bus be late? Reliability really matters more than the speed of the bus. With the digital tools, we can fix this, like installing GPS tracking system for buses, real-time arrival information, mobile apps for passengers, drivers, operators, as well as regulators. So different people will have a different information in their hand. Cities like Transport for London have already shown how powerful this can be. Imagine one app that is showing your next bus, about the information about the next train coming, or where is the delay, and even a nearby tuk-tuk services is available. That alone can transform passengers' confidence. The second area we would like to talk about is modernizing high capacity and sustainable transport using a rail system. Rail should be the backbone of our total transport system, but only if it is reliable. Sadly, in Sri Lanka, while the bus carries a comparably higher number of passengers than the train, or the train carries only 5% of it. That's one of the reasons why the road transport is heavily loaded, and make more congestion on the road. Because of that, fuel inefficiency and pollution, economic loss, etc. So we need to make a railway system more attractive. Electrified, digital and smart railway system allow again real-time tracking, better scheduling, predictive maintenance, etc. For example, JR, Japan Railway in Japan, operates with exceptional punctuality using digital systems. If we modernize the Colombo suburban railway network, more people will shift from road to rail transport. Congestion will be reduced naturally. When we move to the third option, third area, optimizing first and last mile and on-demand mobility service using paratransit systems. Even if we modernize and digitize our buses and rail, still hard to compete with the private transportation using the private vehicle, because the spatial resistance exists for public transport while the private vehicle offers a door-to-door service. To overcome that spatial resistance, paratransit like tuk-tuk, three-wheel and taxi must provide the first and last mile connectivity as a complementary transport service and as a feeder to the public transport. Nowadays, sadly, three-wheel replaces the entire trip of less than 5 km to 6 km trips. In fact, three-wheelers are not a problem. They are the solution if organized properly. Today, they operate informally, but digital platform can transform them into reliable feeder services, on-demand mobility, organized networks, and safe travel. Apps like PickMe, Uber already shows the potential. So vision for Sri Lanka must be to book for a full journey across many modes, starting from tuk-tuk to train to bus, all connected digitally. Creates digital tuk hubs at the station, both in the bus station as well as in the railway station, to guarantee the first and last mile connectivity to the people. This can dramatically increase public transport usage. Let's move to the fourth area. What I would like to tell about is unified mobility ecosystem using multimodal transport system. The bigger picture is that transport should feel like one system, not many modes of transport in its individual way. This is called mobility as a service, popularly called as MaaS nowadays. Platforms like Vihim, which is an application that combines the planning, booking, and travel updates all in one place. Vihim is a mobility as a service app designed to combine public transport, taxi services, city bikes, e-scooters, and car rentals into a single booking and single payment platform, aiming to replace private car ridership and ownership. What Sri Lanka can do, create a national mobility platform that integrates bus, rail, and tuk-tuks. Popularly, we can call it as one journey, one system. Let's move to the last area. What I would like to touch is the seamless payment system across modes using cashless payment system, card systems, etc. Payments. Today, passengers deal with cash transactions, multiple tickets, queuing in the counters, and delay in the ticketing purchases, etc. And also, due to the cash transaction, there are various point of intervention. The cash leakages is also happening. So digital systems solve this all the problem. Cities are using Oyster cards, EasyLink cards, etc. Sri Lanka also can create vision for a one system and one pay with a card system or a QR code system, which India is popularly using and many other countries are popularly using. So these kind of single payment system will work for bus, train, and tuk-tuk because it is simple, fast, and transparent. The future of transport is not about building more roads, building more infrastructure. It is about connecting what we already have and improve them. If we digitally integrate buses, rail, and the tuk-tuk services, we can create a system that is reliable, efficient, passenger-friendly. A truly smart mobility system for Sri Lanka can be created using digital transport system. The current government can give priority for this one and make the transport system in Sri Lanka comparable to the neighboring countries. Thank you.